Hello and welcome to my channel. I have a crafty mess on my desk because I saw, this is Teresa, Crafty Crams. So yes, I have a mess on my desk because I saw it was just a thumbnail picture of someone who had taken some junk envelopes and made them into a ring-bound mini, I don't know, a journal, a book, or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really watch the video. But this is my interpretation because, you know, I don't follow directions, and I thought about, you know, that's a really cute thing, a little journal book, whatever. I have no idea what I would use it for. It's not something, I don't have anyone who I could gift something like that to who would necessarily appreciate or use it. I mean, everybody in my family supports my habits and all of that kind of stuff, my hobbies. That's the word I'm looking for, my hobbies. But it's just not their jam. So I decided I'm going to use the cut down envelopes as like gift cards that I can put greeting cards that I can put a gift card into for those family members and friends who I never know what to buy for them. So anyway, this is what I've decided to do. So obviously we start off with the junk journal, and she used the same size envelopes for her project because they were all components of the same finished product. So one of them she made into a side loading pocket. She did like two of each, three of one and two of another. And some she just folded at whatever size she used, I don't know, and then made like a document closing on them. And she said something about, okay, I did watch snippets of the video, but then I got too excited about what I wanted to do with it, and I never finished watching it. If I find it again, I will try and link it below because I don't really know how to do that, but I can at least, if I find it again, I'll mention the creator's channel in the description. I'm very sorry about that, not having that information right here, right now, but I really just got so excited. Between that and the actual start of my new craft room, I'm too excited. So anyway, here we go. We started off with these things, junk envelopes. I have a lot of them because I have, sorry for the interruption. I had someone come to the door. Okay, so I chose to cut my envelopes at 6 inches only because I don't measure things really, but only because that was easy to do on my guillotine. I don't like bringing my big 12 by 12 cutter out onto my desk because the desk is really cluttered. So with that being said, she said something about how you put the windows, I don't know. I wasn't worried about that because I knew I was going to just cover them completely, window and all, which is why I chose these envelopes in particular, because they're the window is small and it's in the middle, so I almost always cut down envelopes to use in journals, so I didn't really know what to do with them. So now here we are using them. There's always, hold on to them because there's always a chance. So this is how we started. Cut them at 6 inches. This one, I just literally just, wait a minute, not that one. This one, literally just cut it at 6 inches, left this end open, so it will be a, you know, you put a, I don't know, tag or a card or whatever in that way. Then this is the other one that she did. She cut half of it, well, folded it at 6 inches, then cut half off, and then took, like I used my wee little slicey here and cut the sides of it. So in doing this further, in the future, I would cut a little past the fold line and cut this side of the envelope just a skosh shorter than the fold over, so that nothing gets bound up in the crease there. That's that. And then this is the one that I sort of decided to try and modify myself. So I had to obviously open it here to cut it to the 6-inch length that I picked, but I'm going to glue that shut with the little, you know, my little gluey girl here. Sure am. Oh, I was gonna say she's been working gangbusters for me while I've been doing all the prep here. So yeah, just glue that end closed, and then I just cut off this weeest little bit here to open the top of it, and that one will, you know, you put your card, whatever, in the top. So that's the first step. And of course, all the pieces I cut off, I saved, because again, you never know. Like, these make nice little pockets. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the half pieces that I cut off, but you never know. I kind of like how that looks with the piece of window there. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, so then I got out some pretty papers, and in my case, I just took an old, like really old paper pad that's, I don't know, postcard size. How big are they? 4.5 by 6.5. That's how old this is. My the son I bought this for is just turned 29. Yeah. So don't hoard. Don't hoard. Use the pretty stuff. So then I just started decorating. You know, I cut front and back pieces to cover them with, and those are cardstock, so these are very, very sturdy. And yeah, this is the one that would open from the side, and this is the flap down one. I guess I need to put a little more glue at the edges. Yeah, when you're using the thick paper especially, the glue stick won't quite do it on its own. It's going to need some help from the from something else, from whatever your glue of choice is. And then this is the one that is intended to be used as a top loading pocket. So they're quite cute, but that's phase 2, so to speak. And then this is where I'm at with the ones. These are going to go in my idea book. And what I did with these, instead of cutting the paper to size, I glued the paper on, and then I'll cut around it with my guillotine, because it just gives it, I think, a neater finished edge. I don't know, especially with that bit of blue on there, it covers it up really well. So this is the side loading one, and I've already punched the thumb notch in it. I love these retro papers. I wish I had so many more of these, but I don't. In fact, these are all that I have left. So yeah, I need to trim that one. This is the top loader, which I've already cut the thumb notch in, and I covered both sides. This one I think I'm going to, since there's a white spot where that was, I think I'm gonna like cut this down and then angle the corners off so I can just tuck it in the top so that that's not white right there. And then, yeah, this one is the side loader with the flap. Now, when she did her fold over with the document closers, she cut this off. It's fine with me to leave it like that, so obviously whatever your preference is. So yeah, and excuse me. So I one regret that I have is that I did not cover that with anything, but I might before it's all over with. And then just cover the inside of that, and the back side I overlapped it a little bit over the hinge, I guess, because it was feeling a little vulnerable, if you will. So then I have a piece of something somewhere cut to cover this with. This, I believe. Yeah. So I'll just glue that on there, and then we'll cut those off, and then we'll get to the closure part. So for most of these, I used both glue stick and this white glue, but you know, it's whatever. Because I want the wiggle room of the wet glue, but I don't like the wait time of the wet glue, because, you know, yeah, it has to, stuff really has to sit and dry, and I just barfed that up. Come on, get unbarfed. I can't talk and think at the same time. Right. Okay, so that'll be good enough. And again, I just have these on hand all the time. These are, there's another one floating around here somewhere. They are just pieces of cereal box I cut out with two different size hole punches. I think it's 5/8 and 1 inch. And the reason I glue the two together is to give whatever string closure I'm going to put some clearance room. So you're not fighting to get the string under the disc, I guess we'll call it. So anyway, yeah, that's that. So I haven't really decided if I'm going to put a hole in them or just decorate them. I think I'm just going to decorate them. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the backs. And again, I like the wiggle room of the wet glue because, you know, me and getting stuff where it's supposed to go the first time is just not going to happen. Let's be honest, it's just not going to happen. So let's see. Woo, that really slipped around. All right, so you stay there for a minute, okay? Don't anybody move. Right. Put that to the side to dry while I get my guillotine and trim these down. And since these are going in my idea journal, I'm not gonna ink them, you know, traditionally with the photo, vintage photo distress ink. I'm going to use some color of green, I think. This retro green. I love it. I remember having an avocado green and harvest gold kitchen when I was growing up. Yep, sure did. I sure did. So when we're finished with these, if there's time, I might give y'all a little sneak peek of what my new craft room, which, you know, I call it a craft room. It's just the other bedroom down the hall. I'll give y'all a sneak peek of what we've done in there. Today, which is Friday, my daughter is going to come over and help me with installing some of the flooring. Yesterday, my boyfriend came over, ripped up the carpet and the padding that was under it, and built two really sturdy metal shelves in there. So, but before I put anything on those shelving units, because they're already pretty heavy with nothing on them, I want to go ahead and just start the flooring going in. I'm putting that, my son-in-law does flooring for a living, so he's got some remnants or something that are big enough to do at least one of my rooms with. Sorry, I needed a drink. And it's luxury vinyl plank LVP flooring. So I wanted that in there because it's just much easier to deal with, much easier for my chair to roll on than carpet. So anyway, let's get this tied down. Yeah, she's dry enough. And I'm just using, this is a DMC product, and it's a little bit thicker than embroidery floss, but I use it a lot for bookbinding, and it doesn't really have to hold anything of any substance closed. So I'm just gonna put a little dab of glue around the beginning loops of it. And obviously everyone has their own way of doing this, this kind of thing. So this is just my way. And I am not a my way or the highway kind of person, just so you know. So just wing it around there. Let's see if that's enough. And I'll probably put something like a, I don't know, a small die cut or who knows what down here to give it a little bit of a weight to it. But yeah, so there you go, this little document type envelope with a pocket there. Cute. I might round the corners on the flap, don't know. And then we have this that came apart, more traditional top loading pocket there. And look, I cut that off. I was too busy talking. I forgot that I wanted to save that piece for covering up the thumb notch. Maybe it's not too late. I can just, yeah, I don't know. I might just ink it and call it fine. And then this is the side loader. So what my intention is to get, you know, to make some tags. I'll use these pieces of paper to demonstrate. Like I'll cut that into tag and put it in there after I cut it down to the correct size to go in there, and then just like put a little pocket on the back with a gift card or something, or else I could make it a you know, a flip double tag and put something on the inside, decorate, whatever. That part remains to be seen, and depending on who the recipient is. And yeah, these look pretty girly, but you know what? I'm the girl and I'm sending the gifts. So if my 15-year-old grandson has something to say about it, I won't say anything back. Except that, oh, Gramps is so sorry. But did you like your gift? Oh. So, let us see. I have so many ideas, and I really want this craft room to be done. Too exciting. It's all just too much exciting stuff going on at once. So, this will be a short video, but we're going to take a stroll down the hall and a peek at what will be my new craft space. Let's go. So, here we go. Yeah, we walk into a piled up mess. My sewing table. I love that thing. Obviously can't use it right now. Can't remember where I got it, but there's the strip of carpet that's been torn up. And these are the shelves. This one is done like all the way up and down. Those two totes have scrapbooks in them, and then a window. And then this one is put together as a side-by-side. I'll put all my printer, my Cricut, my die cut machines over there. And yeah, so that's that. Floorboard's just lovely. There's my Hines Ward jersey will go on that wall. The bed will not be here. My desk will go on this wall because it's the only wall, uninterrupted wall, big enough for, it's a double desk. It's like a computer gaming desk, really. But anyway, it wouldn't fit here, which is where I originally thought I'd put it. But the closet door won't open, which I absolutely want to be able to use my closet. Those are empty boxes. Anyone else do that? Like, I keep the boxes that everything came in. Why do I do that? Why? I don't know. These are all books. Yeah, those are all books. So, yeah, that happens a lot. So, hopefully I'm going to find some room in here somewhere for some yarn storage as well. So, there's the tour of Stage 1, new craft space. Thanks for watching. Craftygrams out.